Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. Jenny, are you ready to have your mind blown today? Because I sure am.
Mark, you know I'm always ready for a good mind-blowing. Especially when it involves the latest tech from CES. I've been seeing some wild stuff online, but I need you to break it down for me.
Oh, it's been a wild year for sure. CES 2025. Where do I even start? Let's just say the future called. And it's wearing a pair of VR glasses while being served by a robot butler.
Laughs. Okay, now you've got my attention. Robot butlers, you say? Is this like a Jetsons situation, or are we talking about something even more advanced?
So much more advanced. We're talking next level AI, seriously mind-bending displays, and, wait for it, robot vacuum that can pick up your socks.
No way! A vacuum that tidies up? Mark, that's the dream. I mean, I'm all for progress, but if it includes not having to pick up after myself, sign me up!
Right? It's called the Roborock Saros Z70. This thing has a retractable arm. Like, picture a little claw that comes down and grabs stuff. It's nuts.
Okay, that's officially the coolest thing I've heard all day. But how does it know what to pick up? Is it just grabbing everything in sight?
That's the thing. It's got these sensors and a camera, and it uses AI to identify objects. Apparently, it can recognize up to 50 different things. And get this, it has 22,000 pascals suction. That's a lot.
22,000 pascals? I have no context for that, but it sounds powerful. So, it's smart and strong? I'm starting to think this robot vacuum is better than some people I know.
Laughs. Totally. And it's all thanks to what they call Edge AI. Basically, the AI processing happens on the device itself, not in the cloud. It's like the vacuum has its own little brain.
That's actually really interesting. So it's not constantly sending data back and forth, which I guess makes it faster and more efficient?
Exactly. It's a game changer for robotics in general. Less latency, more privacy. It's a win-win. But speaking of game changers, let's talk about NVIDIA's new GPU.
Oh yeah, the RTX 5090, right? I saw some headlines about that. Something about AI-driven rendering?
That's the one. This thing is a beast. We're talking 92 times transistors. And get this, it can do over 3,352 times trillion asterisk AI operations. My mind can't even comprehend that number.
Wait, what does that even mean in real-world terms? Like, what can it actually do?
Okay, so imagine the most realistic graphics you've ever seen in a game, right? But then, like, 10 times better. That's what this GPU can do. It's using AI to basically enhance graphics in real time, on the fly.
So it's not just about making things look pretty, it's about making them look real? Like blurring the lines between what's a game and what's reality.
Precisely. Jensen Huang, NVIDIA's CEO, he called it the most significant computer graphics innovation since programmable shading. And that was a asterisk huge times deal back in the day.
It's kind of crazy to think about how far we've come. I remember when video game graphics were basically just a bunch of pixels. And not even that many.
Totally. And now we've got AI creating realistic lighting and shadows in real time. It's like, remember that movie, Ready Player One? We're getting closer to that level of immersion.
Okay, you just had to bring up Ready Player One, didn't you? Now I'm going to be dreaming of the Oasis all night.
Haha, sorry. But it's a good comparison, right? And it's not just games. This tech has implications for everything from design to medicine. Think about architects being able to visualize buildings in hyper-realistic detail before they're even built.
That's a really good point. It's not just about entertainment, it's about changing the way we interact with the world around us. Speaking of changing interactions, what about that rollable laptop?
The Lenovo ThinkBook Plus Gen 6 rollable? Oh man, this thing is straight out of a sci-fi movie. You press a button and the screen just unrolls. It's a 16.7-inch OLED display.
A rollable screen? That's wild. So it's like a regular laptop, but then you can just make the screen bigger whenever you want?
Exactly. It gives you that extra screen real estate when you need it, but it's still portable. It's all thanks to these new advanced materials they're using. Flexible OLEDs are the future, I'm telling you.
It's amazing how these things that seemed impossible just a few years ago are now becoming reality. Although, I saw the price tag on that one, $3,599. Ouch.
Yeah, it's definitely not cheap. But hey, early adopters always pay a premium, right? It's like with any new tech. Yeah. It starts expensive, then eventually becomes more affordable.
That's true. I guess it's the price of living on the cutting edge. Still, it's fun to dream, right? Imagine having a rollable screen in your bag. You could watch movies on the plane on a giant screen.
Or think about artists being able to sketch on a large, flexible canvas. The possibilities are endless. It really makes you wonder what they'll come up with next.
Seriously, it's like every year CES just keeps pushing the boundaries of what's possible. It's exciting, but also a little bit overwhelming, you know?
I get that. But that's what makes it so fascinating, right? It's this constant evolution, this constant push to create something new and amazing. And honestly, I can't wait to see what the next big breakthrough will be.
Me neither, Mark. It's a wild time to be alive, that's for sure. And I'm glad we get to explore it all together, and with our listeners. Speaking of which, I think that's about all the time we have for today.
Already? Time flies when you're talking about the future, I guess. But yeah, we should probably wrap things up. Big thanks to everyone for tuning in today, and we'll catch you on the next episode.
Bye, everyone, and stay curious.